beautiful souls, it's Karen at Soul Magic 99. This is part 2 of my video, Why No Contact from the Divine Masculine. And for this pile we have Libra and Aquarius. So I'm sorry, pile 1 was fire signs and pile 2 is air signs, but that's just how they came out when I shuffled. If any of you have got Divine Masculines that are water or earth or any of the signs not covered and you'd like me to do a video, just leave a comment down below, okay, and I will see what I can do. So we're going to start off with the Libra messages. So Libra is an air sign. Okay, so they're very logical people, very much in their head. So let's get the tarot. We have Judgment, Justice, Three of Wands, the Hierophant, the Sun, and the Nine of Cups. So very positive energy overall here for this masculine, okay? He's very much trusting in the divine. He's going within. We've got the Hierophant here. I do believe he's going within. He's on a spiritual journey. I do feel the steps, you know, are representing his spiritual journey. He's on that beginning stage of his journey to enlightenment. And he's very much believing in karmic justice and judgment in this situation. And he does want to work with his feminine. He does, you know, when you get back in communication or come back together, he very much has a plan. He would like to work with you with the Three of Wands here, because you're very much the sun in his life. You bring out the sun in his life. You make him very happy. And the Nine of Cups as well. So that happiness, that independence. He sees you as somebody who's very independent, who doesn't actually need him. But that actually makes him feel good that he's, you know, that you're not a needy person, that you're somebody that is quite happy on their own, in their own company. And so he's working on this in himself right now. So what else have we got here? So yeah, I think you're meeting in the astral, you're meeting on the 5D, you're connecting, you're getting to know each other even more, connecting with love and sex on the 5D. He may have had anger and pent up feelings inside, and I think that's what's he's turning to, you know, spirituality, to go within, to meditate, to get calm, to try and release these feelings which are linked to the past, I feel. I feel he did deny a connection or any feelings at the beginning, but he's become enlightened, as we see, and he's more aware now what this connection is about. And he does want to meet up with you soon, and, you know, he's missing that passionate moments with you, wants that again. He's been getting signs and symbols from guides, and this is what stirred him on, I think, to realise there's more to this connection than meets the eye. And he does want to grow in himself and become more knowledgeable about spirituality. So he's not been able to forget you, basically. And yeah, he's awakening to who he is, the Divine Masculine. He's awakening, he's connecting, you know, he's working with his intuition. You know, he's connecting with you telepathically, and on the 5D, he's connecting to the universe to open up his mind to more of who he is. But he's been through some grief, some loss in his life, and maybe he didn't deal with it at the time, and he needs to work on that and release that right now. Maybe he had heartbreak over this breakup with you, you know, maybe it hurt him more than he realised, and it made him realise how deep his feelings actually run. And this could have caused you heartbreak, of course, as well. He had a tower moment a while back, and this is what has caused him to make some major life changes and to realise what is important to him right now in his life. He's calming himself, you know, he's doing his meditation, he's trying to go within and be peaceful, and he knows that possibly when he does connect with you, that's why he's been quiet, why he does connect. He's worried that you could be angry or upset with him because he has been so quiet, and he wants to come forward when he's ready to face you. He may have been in a karmic relationship when you met him, or he's got karmic lessons that he's had to learn, okay? And these have to be dealt with and resolved before he can move forward. He's still unsure which way he wants to go. Obviously, everyone has choices in life, okay? So there's still a bit of an indecision here of what he wants for himself moving forward. But he does want to reunite with you in the physical. Obviously, you reunite in the 5D, on the astral realm. And this is where your bond is deepening right now. And this happens a lot in twin flame relationships, because a lot of times people in separation, they can't be together in the physical, so they can connect in the 5D and build their bond and relationship there. So always connect with your masculine there, okay? We've got seductive, seducing, enticing and sending selfies. So he's missing you very much in a sexual way right now, and he wants to seduce you. He feels, he's really missing that physical side of your connection, and he wants to entice you. He's hopeful though, and he's believing and optimistic and positive for the future. So that's very good. I feel where he's doing his spiritual work and he's getting in touch with that, and he's receiving the guidance from his guides. It's giving him hope. It's giving him the positivity to continue and be optimistic. He likes to be the man. He likes to be in control. He likes to be the confident masculine. And maybe when you met him, he didn't feel quite in his power. This could refer to bedroom antics as well. Maybe he likes to be dominant in the bedroom. So what else for the masculine? We've got honesty here. So he needs to come forward and be honest with you. I don't think possibly he was completely honest with you before, but that could have been, I think, because he didn't really understand the truth of it, the connection himself at that time. So he spoke as he saw it at that time, but he wants to come forward and be more honest and truthful and genuine with you. Maybe you've had a friendship with him. Maybe you didn't have that proper relationship. You just had a friendship energy with each other, and you still keep in touch from time to time. But maybe it's gone really quiet at the moment, because, as I say, he's doing that work on himself right now. But there is that mutual affection and appreciation for each other. He does feel that you've connected on the soul. He does feel that soul connection with you. He really does, and knows that there is something special about this connection. And, we see that you connect in the 5D, you connect telepathically. So this isn't something that happens with every person that you date. So he knows there is more to it, than other connections he's had, maybe. Solitude, yeah, he could be spending quite a lot of time alone at this moment. As I said, he's going within, he's meditating, he's connecting to his higher self to understand himself, his path forward and this connection. And that came up, friendship. You have a really good friendship with him, and he doesn't want to ruin that friendship, but he does want more than that with you at some point. He sees you as a light. You are the light in the dark for him. You've shown him the way. You shine out brightly in the world, and you've inspired him to become more, and he sees you as a light in the world. And you're giving him hope. He has hope for the future, and there's a beautiful rainbow there. Look, that's always very positive, good news. So don't give up hope. There's always hope, okay? So that's beautiful. So how does he see his feminine? Maybe you're a bit of a wild child. You could be a fire sign. That's the image I'm getting, because with the red dress here, but not necessarily. But somebody very passionate, maybe, about what they do, who they are in the world. Someone a bit unique, unusual. And she's holding the light, and you were a light for him in the dark. You shone the way for him, and he liked the way that you're not constrained by laws. You're possibly somebody that doesn't like to be restrained by laws, and you go your own way in the world, and he really admires that about you. We've got inner child here. So again, there could be some inner child healing needed that's been triggered in both of you at this time that you need to work on. You both could have had some issues in your childhood that you need to work on, or it could also mean that possibly you knew each other from a very young age. As children, possibly you got that long connection. But there's work needed on this right now for both people. So how else does he see the feminine right now? So despite the wild child, he sees the feminine as a bit stuck in a rut maybe in her life. That's his viewpoint of it though. He might see you as someone who suffers with anxiety possibly. Maybe when you met him you were going through a bad patch at that time or feeling a bit out of sorts. He sees that you're unmotivated, you've got health issues. So I think possibly when you met him you were going through a bad patch, I think, at that time. But maybe you did lack the self-worth and the self-esteem needed, and you're working on that yourself right now. But he sees you have that strong inner strength, your mental, your emotion, you have that strong inner strength of mental and emotional, and you're a reliable person. He sees that you're very creative. You maybe paint, draw, write songs, poems, stories. You're passionate, as we saw in the wild child. You're a very creative person, very passionate about what you do. So let's get some advice for the masculine. We've got tree, knowledge, wisdom and strength. And also this is saying to me about grounding yourself. You need to ground yourself, masculines, if you're spending a lot of time meditating and connecting to the divine and the spirits and the angels. You need to ground yourself to the earth more. You can do this by just going outside and walking on the grass, or you can imagine yourself, roots going from the bottom of your feet right into the middle of Gaia. There's lots of grounding meditations online. But ground yourself while you're doing all this work. But I also think you're tapping into inner knowledge and wisdom, and you're gaining strength on your journey at this time. So when you're grounded, you'll become even stronger in the world. Okay? Surrender. So I think the masculine in this pile is surrendering to the divine. He's releasing the past, he's changing the way he sees the world. He's looking at things from a higher perspective. He's ending cycles and he's tapping into that inner knowledge right now. So that's very positive. And the sun is shining there in the distance there. So he's heading that way. Guide. So there could be guides and angels connecting with the divine masculine right now to assist him on his journey. I think in this pile we had the signs from spirit. They're there to assist and guide and help him, and he's actually tapping into that right now. So that's very positive. He's actually doing some really good work here. So let's get some messages from the angels and advice. This pile. Some messages of advice, please. We've got compromise. So that's about having balance. Remain positive. And we've got wait. So now is not quite the right time for you to reconnect at this time, okay, because he's still working on himself right now. So there are your messages, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed that. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in my next video. Many blessings. Hello pile 4, this is Aquarius. So if your divine masculine is an Aquarius, this pile could be for you. So let's get the tarot. So we have the 6 of Swords, the 8 of Cups, 6 of Coins, the Hermit, the Lovers, 7 of Coins, 8 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands. So I think this person has been moving away from the past. They're working at leaving the past behind them. those rocky waters, those difficult times, and moving into smoother waters, leaving the past behind them right now. They may have also walked away from this connection with the Eight of Cups because they didn't feel that they were able to give you what you deserved right then. And with the, that's the Four of Cups. Sorry, that's the Four of Coins. They had worries over financial matters. Okay, they didn't feel they was in a good financial position to offer you anything much. Okay, at that time, so they've been working on that. With the Hermit card, they've been going within. They've been spending quite a lot of time alone. They've been searching for the light within themselves, the knowledge within themselves about how to move forward. And with the Lovers, we do see that there is love here. They want that connection with you. They want that passionate connection with you, okay? That's quite intense. And with the Seven of Coins, they've been working on their finances. They're doing very well. They're working on their material success here. And they're doing well. They're doing much better than they were. And they're in a much better position. So they do feel ready to move forward. With the Eight of Wands, they do feel ready to come forward. And it's with a lot of passion, because the Wands is the fire. A lot of passion here for you. And they do want this Four of Wands. They do want this commitment, this solid foundation with you to build something solid moving forward. Okay, so that's very positive. So what's happening with them right now? So they're really missing their feminine right now. They could be turning to drink or drugs because, they've got a lot of stuff going on in their mind, and they're trying to numb themselves, numb their feelings, their thoughts, especially if there's been no communication or you've been in separation. They're not really sure what's going on with the feminine either. But they've been opening up to spirit. They are searching for answers within. They're going within to find out what everything's all about, what it's all about. And they do want to have a heart-to-heart talk with their feminine and share their dreams and hopes for the future when they're able. But they've been confused, they've been confused over this connection, over a lot of things in their life, not sure which way to go, because maybe their life didn't pan out as they thought it would, things didn't happen the way they thought they would. So they got confused, they weren't sure which was their right direction. And it's just confirming there's been time apart with no contact right now. But they do want to come back together with the feminine and be honest about how they're feeling, and they're hoping the feminine will feel the same and be open with them as well. Because they feel it's a very good connection, very deep connection. And possibly they thought after all this time that it would just fade away, they wouldn't think about this person anymore. But they've realised that was wrong, and the connection just grows deeper. They've been working at overcoming some obstacles in their life that they've had to deal with. They've had a lot of obstacles to deal with, so they've been working on that right now. But they've been gaining inner knowing, inner wisdom. They've been searching for answers, as I say, with the Hermit card. They've been looking for answers within, and they're getting more in touch with their feelings. They may have had to do inner child healing, and this could be the feminine in this connection as well. That came up in another pile. It's something that we all tend to need to do at some point. There's issues that happen when we're young. We get wounded and we carry that wounding with us into adulthood. And it's good to work on that and release that. There's lots of inner child healing meditations online to help you. Yeah, we've got blocking no contact. So one or both of you could have blocked the other at some point, okay? But they're missing the sweet, sweet love of the feminine, the sweet kisses they had with the feminine. And when your eyes met, he felt the soul connection straight away from that eye contact. Manipulative, calculating, controlling, planning. This masculine could have been manipulative. They could have been controlling because it made them feel safe. They like to be in control of situations in every area of their life because it makes them feel safe. That's why they have that controlling behaviour. Intensifying, we've got the moon here again. Developing, brewing, growing. So the feelings and the connection is just growing. Despite the lack of contact, despite the time apart, It's just, the feelings are just intensifying in this connection. He's got hurt feelings, he's been upset, emotional, distraught. And this isn't necessarily about this connection. This could be generally about life in general. Some things may have gone wrong, you know, previous relationships, situations at work, you know, various things could have upset this masculine. So what else? Union. So he does want that union. We've got the 4-4 here. He definitely wants to come back to reunite with his feminine and to feel whole, and also the union within himself, the masculine and feminine energies. He's working on balancing that right now, but he definitely wants to come back together with his feminine in the future. First chakra, this is the base chakra, the root chakra. This is about the basics in life. This is our sense of safety in the physical world. You know, this is about home, family, food, water, you know, the basics. So this could be out of balance for this masculine right now. So he needs to do some work on this to balance this root chakra, to feel more grounded again in his life and feel more secure in himself. We've got the 5th chakra. So this is the throat chakra. And again, communication is an issue in this connection. I think a lack of communication and struggling to communicate his feelings and thoughts in a clear, truthful manner. So again, he needs to work on this as well. Transparency. This is about being open and honest about how you truly feel, how you are in the world, who are you as a person, and to share that with another, to be honest, to have clarity about who you are and share that with another, especially your counterpart. Breaking free. So I do feel this masculine has had quite restrictions put on him. This could be to do with a previous relationship situation. It could be to do with a work situation. It could be to do with commitments to children. You know, it could be all manner of things. But I feel your masculine is learning to cut himself free from these ties that bind him. It doesn't mean he's no longer a responsible adult or committed to helping those, but he needs to do what he needs to do for himself in his own life. Contemplation. So yeah, he's contemplating on the next stage of his life, which way he's going to go, how's he going to move forward. And with the air signs, obviously Aquarius are very logical, very deep thinkers, so that this takes a lot of thought and again decisions. So after contemplation there will be decisions made, okay, about this connection. And he wants to feel contentment in his life. He wants to feel that, you know, everything as it should be, and he hasn't had that in his life. He hasn't had that. And he wants to feel that contentment. And he's trying to use more discernment in his life as well, to detach from people that don't serve him, you know, these negative people or situations or places that are dragging him down, that are keeping him stuck in his life. And he's learning to use discernment to pick and choose, you know, what he thinks about and who he spends time with. And communication. So if he works on his throat chakra, communication could be coming through. Okay, he's thinking, he's contemplating, he's making decisions, he's using discernment, and he will be communicating in the near future because he needs to share his transparency of his feminine. So how does he see his feminine? So he sees the feminine as wearing a mask. So we're both wearing masks in this connection. We've got the 11 here. So definite twin flame connection here. So you were possibly both wearing masks because neither of you felt comfortable at the time of sharing your true feelings with each other at that time. And it's time for you to both take off your masks. He wants to see the real you as you want to see the real him. Pay attention to signs. So there's signs and symbols being left by the guides, the angels, everywhere. The masculine may be seeing signs about you everywhere, your name, hear songs that remind him of you, see numbers that are synchronistic, and the same for you. The feminine, you could be seeing signs and symbols as well, because you're not meant to forget each other. You're meant to grow and learn and come back together. So how else does he see his feminine? You could have been feeling a bit depressed or feeling hopeless. You could have picked up on that energy at some point when everything went quiet and there was no connection or no communication. You may have felt alone or lonely as well at this time. But he sees you as sexy, confident, sensual, self-aware and expressive. And he loves that part of you. He knows that you take care of yourself and your physical, mental health, and you have good self-esteem, because energetically he can feel this. He can feel when you're working on yourself. He knows how spiritual you are, that you have good intuition, you may meditate, you may do yoga, and you're into self-growth and healing, and he really admires that about you. He sees you as mature, that you've learned a lot in life, and you've got a lot of life lessons and experience to share with him. So let's get some guidance for the masculine. We've got health. Health matters, diet and exercise, giving the body all that it needs. There could be some health issues in this pile with this connection. You need to look after your health. Maybe there's a change of diet needed. Maybe you need to do more exercise. Listen to your body. What is it your body needs to keep it healthy and strong at this time? Communication, talking, taking action, listening, and opinionated. So communication is definitely needed at some point. You both need to talk, to speak your truth, but you both need to listen to the other person and then take action on what you decide. So, good communication is about talking and listening to each other. And we've got equal, finding balance, acceptance, we are the same. So twin flames, obviously, share the same soul. They are the yin and the yang, the positive, the negative, the masculine, the feminine. And both masculine and feminine need to balance the masculine and feminine energies within themselves. And once they do that, they can come back together and they can accept each other as they are, because you are truly two halves of the same soul. So that's beautiful. And then we've got relationship. Growth, understanding, compromise, love, relationship with self and others. So once you have that good relationship with yourself and that self-love, that self-esteem, you can then have a good relationship with another who also has those values for themselves. And a good relationship is always about understanding and compromise, and of course deep love for each other and respect for each other. So that is a possibility in the future. Okay, so let's get some final messages from the angels here. Some advice for this pile. Some advice for this pile, please. Some advice for this pile, please. So we have trust. So trust that everything is working out just as it should be. Now is not quite the right time. So again, we've got to trust in divine timing, haven't we? It says ask your angels. So again, you can always connect with your angels at any time and ask them for guidance or assistance or help in this connection at any time. Okay, so there are your messages, pile 4. Hope that resonated. So please like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see you next time. Many blessings. Take care.